Okay. See this. There is a guy called Devadatt Patnaik. I don't know. You might have heard
Yeah.
of. So he's a historian. He writes. He claims he's a great guy and writes Ramayana and Mahabharata stories. So he claims in his one of the article that before the 3rd century BC or 4th century BC, there were no horses in India. So now Ashwamedha and all is mentioned. So how come Ramayana had horses? So that was his question.
Yeah, that's what. No, it goes back to our discussion. To establishing the history of Ramayana, we don't know at all. So Yuga, you talked about Yuga being different time and all that. So we have to put all the pieces together. If you take one thing, one data point, it will look contradictory. It may look contradictory, but contradicting what? We have no idea. If the separation is 1,000 years, our life is cyclic, cyclic. So human life is there today. Suppose you ask the historians, when did human life start on Earth? When will that be? When did human life start on Earth? Tell me. Homo sapiens. When did Homo sapiens? When did that species appear on Earth? Or were we there on Earth forever?
A scientist claims some 100 to 200,000 years back.
Correct. 100 to 200,000 years. That means before that, that evolution had not taken place. Okay.
And
Okay. And so, and if somebody says Ramayana is 1,000,000,000 years, so many yugas back, and somebody says no, yuga is this much, and still it's beyond before that, then what? Before that, there were no humans. Oh, that means what? There was a time like Earth was there even before. People were living in a planet. So may not be Earth also. We don't know. We don't know. All these questions we have to answer. So it's a good challenge for everybody. All traditional people, historians, everybody has to work together and figure this out.
No, Devadatta Patnaik is not like he claims he's a historian. He doesn't give any proof. Like what proof he has that there were no horses. So just he claims that's all.
he is
Yeah,
just
that's okay. Nothing wrong. I mean, nothing wrong in what, but he's a bit controversial because he says things that traditionalists don't like.
he is a work person.
Yeah, so so we have to be careful what data point you want to take. Now, see, when we approach Ramayana and all, we have to give some respect to Ramayana. We have to first surrender to Rama and then only talk. Hey Rama, you bless whatever I say. Okay, that blessing should come from Sri Rama. I am not the one who is supposed to validate Sri Rama. Who am I to validate Sri Rama, Ramayana, or anything like that? Oh no, that attitude has to be there. Then our Shastra will protect. Otherwise, it's of no use. The scholarship will become useless. And so there are many people like that. Devdutt Patnaik, I think, is one such character. It's unfortunate because they are all studying, they're doing the right things, but they end up saying things which hurt people, which are half baked. Their tone is not good. That's not our culture, really. We don't talk like that, especially
I mean,
Ramayana. Yeah.
they talk about like, that there is no proof of horses. Is there a proof that, do they have proof that there were no horses? Right? You should also ask it that way, right?
Exactly. That was my question also. Yeah.
So Patnaik calls himself as mythologist, not historian. So he's whatever he is talking is a myth only.
He's left-leaned a little bit.
Yeah, in fact, if he knocks on my door or I knock on his door, I'll say, you know what? I have something news for you. I have something better news. Not only horses were not there, even human beings were not. Yeah, we'll go along with you. Let's see what he says. I mean, there's too much to work on. And so that attitude is so important. So, anyway, next, Vaidya, go ahead.
Yeah, Jaykumarji, so this whole thing of horses not being there is actually connected with the Aryan invasion hoax.
Okay.
I would not call it a theory anymore because it's been proved as a wrong thing in the first place. Because a central part of that Aryan invasion, conjecture or hoax, I would say, is that Aryans brought horses to India from the steppes. Now, if there was no Aryan invasion, how can horses come like that? That they'll say like that. It's like what Pujya Swamiji used to call as therefore logic. Say something and then say therefore. And because you said therefore, so whatever you said must be true. That's what Swamiji will say. It's a wrong logic, obviously, right? So they say that Aryans came with horses. Therefore, there were no horses in India. So now I think Aryan invasion thing has been completely proven to be wrong because the continuity of Indian civilization starting from that period is unquestionable. And if a foreign group came like that, you wouldn't have this explosion of knowledge and continuity, dating back to that time. So Harappan time and Mohenjo-daro and so on, all those seals and so on that have been found, other people have said that this shows the continuity of Hindu culture from all those times. And then the evidences also which have horses. So there's a name say K.S. Satan, I think, who had written a lot of, couple of books on this Aryan invasion myth. He talks about horses were there in India.
Recent excavations also found evidence, right?
Huh?
Recent excavations also found evidence of horses.
Yes, see, there you go. So, and a lot of those things, so this what Devdutt Patnaik is talking is basically a apologist for that Aryan invasion, hoax.
So there is another interesting. So Vaidya, when did written script in our books, what do they say about written script? The first script, what do they say?
In India, it will be the Brahmi script, Brahmi.
No, but in the book, what is the first script? Where the script is assigned to whom? The first script. The first script ever writing.
I don't know the answer.
Hieroglyphics like that. We have studied in my book. I have studied. Means that
the
Egyptians were the ones who wrote, and the writing is attributed to them. The first writing. Okay, first writing attributed to them. But then we also say that Mahabharata was told by Vyasa. Who wrote it? Ganesha wrote it.
Ganesha.
How Ganesha could write it when much later Egyptians knew how to write? There is this. The connection is not there. They didn't know how to write. What is breaking the tusk and writing and all? What is that story is irrelevant. If you say writing, people did not know until so many thousands of years. So somebody has to look into all these things. And we have to write our own history. We allow our scholars to write their own history, they will write it quite well. I think it will come out to be very good. So we'll give some time.
There is that excavation that happened somewhere in UP about 15-20 years back, where they dated it as 8000 BC, where they found an chariot wheel. 8000 BC. So in 8000 BC, people knew how to make a chariot wheel and how to use a chariot also. I mean, that is what the evidence points out to.
Okay. So that means at that time itself, all these implements were there.
There is a place in Badri, near Badri called Mana or something. That's where Vyasa Guha and Ganesh Guha is there. So that's where he wrote, and when that Saraswati river comes also. Because of the disturbance, he said, let this river go under water or something, underground. Even now it is there, that place.
Yeah,
Badri, about 8 kilometers, something like that.
Somebody from our class, Srividya, or somebody visited.
I also visited there, Guruji.
Right.
We visited when we went to Badri. We went there.
Okay.
Vyasa Gufa, and where Ganesha Road, and where Saraswati River goes Antarvahini.
Very good. Very good.
There's another river near Gaya, which is also Andarvahini.
I see. Tirvahini. Okay.
I don't remember exactly the name of the river, where only grass is there most of the time because of a curse, something.
Yeah, there is some story that I think what she's making some noise after go underneath her. While Ganesha was writing Mahabharata, is that what it is?
Correct.
Yeah, right.
In Gaya, there's no water, yeah. Where you do your Pitrakaryan, there is no water actually. So there is a curse which says that the river told a lie. I think it's related to Ramayana only about Sita.
Yeah.
The river told a lie and only the fig tree told the truth. So the fig tree exists, but the river goes underground. Something like that.
Sita performed the what you call hibiscus for her father-in-law, and Rama before that Rama was not there, and Dasharatha came and asked, and she was telling, but she was not believing it. She said Dasharatha came in form, so he was not believing. So she asked so many things to certify it, but the river said something wrong or something like that, and it was she cursed to go underground.
Falguni River.
Falguni River, correct. Falguni.
Okay.
Like Akshayavada, near that Akshayavada and all that. While going to that Akshayavada, you see that.
So that tree still exists and you have the Vishnu Padam there, no, which you worship there in Gaya.
And the Pinda Pradhana is done on that.
Yeah, Vishnu Padam is there. Very good. Good. So I think I'm so happy that we could study this. We got an opportunity thanks to coinciding with the Prana Pratishtha of Sri Rama in Ayodhya. And so I think, I hope by now you all appreciate Valmiki Ramayanam and that it is approachable, especially those of you studying Sanskrit and Shastram. It's very approachable. Sanskrit is simple Sanskrit. You can see that. And really, I mean, I'm amazed at the simplicity of the Sanskrit here. Complicated words are not there at all. Complicated samasas, big words are not there at all. So, and you look at other parts of Ramayana also, it's like this one. So it's a good source of inspiration for all of us. Good book to study. Okay, 24,000 verses is big, but even if you have the book with you, periodically just 1 page, 2 pages, you look in a day. Without your knowing, you'll within 2 years you'll be over. Yeah, Meera.
Guruji, this 85th, what you said, Kritakrityastada Ramaha Vijwaraha. Vijwaraha is meant for Rama or Vibhishana?
It must be Sriram. 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 Because there Vibhishanam, Abhishitya will come, I think. Correct? Vibhishanam. So therefore, Vibhakti difference is there. So it can't refer to Vibhishanam. It has to refer to Rama. And so Rama, that Vibhishana was anxious, so that will create anxiety in Rama also. And so together all anxiety went away.
And I also have heard that in Rourkela also there is Vyasa Guha, Vyasa temple where Vyasa wrote Mahabharata.
Swapna went there, I think, recently.
I
Rourkela.
posted a photo, remember, it was last year, yes. There is.
She went to meet her friend there in Rourkela.
I did post
There is a Vyasa Guha there, right? Vyasa temple, I think.
temple, actually.
Okay. So yeah, in Tamil Nadu also we may have. Shortly we will come up with one. Okay. So as the Rama fever goes up, then we will discover more and more.
I saw it in my dream. I didn't know that Rourkela existed. Somebody told me in the dream the Vyasa is still there.
Oh wow.
I didn't know. I just looked up, then I came to know Vyasa wrote Mahabharata there.
Okay.
I don't know who asked me. I don't know the forms. I just asked, is the sage, does he live still? He said, yeah, he's there. I didn't know till then.
Wow.
That's why Maharaj is so strong as a steel.
Very good. Meera, hope you get more dreams like this and tell us. It gives us clues also. There's certain things did not exist. It may become a clue for historians and archaeologists. Yeah.
I can't prove it, so it doesn't work.
No, you don't have to prove it. Somebody else's job.
Yeah, that's how they discovered Shankaracharya's birthplace in Kaladi, you know. The Acharya of Sringeri, they were trying to find out where is the birthplace of Shankaracharya.
Correct.
Everything was covered by forest, and it occurred to him in his dream. And that is how we were able to identify the exact place.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
So
Yeah.
in the dream, it said that Vyasacharya still lives there.
And Kanji Mahaperivar
I
also,
have not gone.
Mahaperivar also talks about the Narmada's, Govindapada's ashram, where Shankara met Govindapada. There also he was discussions out there in the Devatin Kudu.
I see. So the Narmada, so up there, he goes all the way from Kaladi all the way up to that Madhya Pradesh. And so in that banks is where he met his guru. Okay.
There is such a discussion in the Devatin Kudu.
Okay. Very good. All right, we'll pause with that. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.